Welcome to our Cinematic Storycraft English Learning YouTube channel. Today is very interesting story, My London Tour. This story is helpful for your English learning, listening, and speaking skills. So listen carefully and feel free and enjoy the story. My London tour was an unforgettable journey, filled with excitement, discovery, and a touch of magic. The moment I stepped off the plane and felt the cool, crisp air of the city, I knew this trip was going to be special. London, with its deep history and vibrant culture, seemed to whisper stories of the past at every corner, and I was eager to hear them all. The adventure began as soon as I set foot in the bustling Heathrow Airport. There was a rush of people from all walks of life, a true representation of the diversity London is famous for. I hopped into a cab, eager to see the iconic landmarks I had only read about in books or seen in movies. The drive into the city was like watching a film unfold in real time. As the famous red double-decker buses whizzed past and the Tower of London appeared in the distance, I could feel the pulse of the city, alive with history. My first destination was the London Eye. I had read about its magnificent view, but nothing prepared me for the feeling of being suspended high above the city. As the capsule slowly rose, the skyline of London began to unfold. Below me, the River Thames shimmered, reflecting the city's gleaming structures. Big Ben, with its iconic clock face, stood proudly, a silent witness to centuries of events. The sight was breathtaking, and for a moment it felt like time stood still. I could see the sprawling expanse of the city, with its blend of ancient and modern architecture, a testament to London's unique charm. After the London Eye, I made my way to Westminster Abbey. As soon as I walked through the doors, I was struck by the sheer grandeur of the place. The Abbey's Gothic architecture, combined with its sacred atmosphere, made it feel as if I had stepped back in time. Walking through the aisles, I passed the final resting places of kings, queens, poets, and scientists. It was a humbling experience to be surrounded by so much history. I lingered at the tomb of Queen Elizabeth I, imagining the countless stories the Abbey walls could tell. Next on my list was the Tower of London. The ancient fortress loomed large, its stone walls steeped in stories of intrigue, power, and betrayal. As I entered, I couldn't help but feel a shiver of excitement. The tower had once been a royal palace, a prison, and a site of many famous executions. My guide, an energetic and knowledgeable man, regaled us with tales of Anne Boleyn's tragic fate and the mysteries of the crown jewels. Speaking of which, seeing the crown jewels in person was mesmerizing. The sheer size of the diamonds and precious gems left me in awe. The tower, with its centuries of history, was both fascinating and eerie, a place where you could almost feel the weight of the past pressing down on you. I spent the afternoon strolling along the banks of the River Thames. The city seemed to have a rhythm of its own, with street performers entertaining crowds, tourists snapping photos, and locals going about their day. I stopped at a cozy cafe overlooking the river and indulged in a traditional afternoon tea. The scones were warm, the clotted cream was rich, and the tea was the perfect companion for the cool London breeze. As I sat there, watching boats glide by on the Thames, I felt a deep sense of contentment. There was something magical about London, a city that managed to blend the old and the new so seamlessly. My next stop was Buckingham Palace, the residence of the Queen. Although I wasn't lucky enough to see the changing of the guard, the palace was still a sight to behold. The grand facade, with its impressive gates and meticulously maintained gardens, gave a glimpse into the life of British royalty. As I stood there, gazing at the palace, I thought about the many historic events that had taken place within those walls. As night began to fall, I made my way to Covent Garden. The area was alive with activity. Street performers juggled, danced, and played music, creating an atmosphere of festivity. The market, with its quirky shops and bustling atmosphere, was a shopper's paradise. I couldn't resist buying a few souvenirs: a classic London mug, a Union Jack keychain, and a small replica of a red telephone booth. One of the highlights of my trip was attending a play at the famous West End. I had always heard that London's theatre scene was among the best in the world, and after experiencing it firsthand, I had to agree. The performance was captivating, with brilliant actors, stunning sets, and an audience that was thoroughly engaged. There was a certain magic in the air, a shared sense of wonder as the story unfolded on stage. It was a perfect way to end an already incredible day. On my last day, I visited the British Museum, a treasure trove of artifacts from around the world. From the Rosetta Stone to ancient Egyptian mummies, the museum was a testament to human history and achievement. I could have spent days exploring the exhibits, but sadly, time was not on my side. As I prepared to leave London, I couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. The city had captured my heart in ways I hadn't expected. There was still so much left to see, so many stories left to uncover. But as the plane took off and I watched the city fade into the distance, I promised myself that I would return one day. London, with its charm, history, and vibrant energy, had left a lasting impression on me. It was more than just a tour. It was an experience that I would cherish for a lifetime. Comment your feedback, like and subscribe our channel.